Hi Taurus, this is April for Astrolada.com. I'm here to give you your February 2017 horoscope. So this is my lovely board in which I'm going to show you where the planets are moving this month. Hopefully you guys can see it from this far away and follow along. So anyhow, let's start out with the position of the sun. We started with the sun being in Aquarius, still carrying on the energy that it was in since about mid to the end of January. So that means it's here in your 10th house of career. So let me tell you, I'm a Taurus too, Taurus sun. So this applies to me too. So this means great opportunities within career. Great opportunities to shine within career. Like if you're trying to make some career moves, make some choices, be seen in a positive light by higher ups, or be seen in a positive light by people beneath you, you know, maybe even on social media, be noticed a little bit more. Sun in the 10th house, this is the time. There was a new moon at the end of January that could have brought a new beginning, which we are carrying on into this month. So this is a really, really positive time for any Taurus that's trying to make some career changes. The sun will then move into Pisces, which is our 11th house, on the 18th of February. The sun in the 11th house is a house of networking with large groups of people. The 11th house also is one of the placements that rules the internet. So being seen and networking with on the internet, this is a really, really positive time for that, Taurus. In fact, the 10th and 11th house transits I find are really excellent for networking on social media and stepping up your followers if that's something that applies to you. Or the 11th house on a more, lower scale, mundane level is just gathering groups of friends together to hang out. Gathering groups of friends or just hanging out with your friends like individually. Like just having more of an emphasis on your friends is the 11th house. So that is the sun there. Now let's talk about our ruling planet, which is Venus. So she has been hanging out in Pisces for a while. Venus rules your enjoyment of the five senses, enjoyment as a physical being in the physical world, just how you enjoy your free time. So she will move into Aries, which is our 12th house, on the 3rd of February. So what this means is, Venus in Aries, Aries is a fire sign. It's a really fiery energy. It's very excitable. It's very action oriented. But the 12th house is not a house of action. It's the opposite. It's a house of retreating away from the world. So the way that you're enjoying yourself this whole month can be a little bit more under the radar. It can be more low key, like just hanging out at home. Tauruses, we're very chill people. So this is a time to be chill, like in our element, like just watching TV, watching movies, spending time with a loved one, just really not being out there so much. We still have this energy in our 11th house, but at the same time we've got this going on to where, we might be hanging out with friends and stuff, but when it comes to our alone time, we're really going to be enjoying that a little bit more once we're done spending time with other people, just really retreating away and reflecting on a lot of things. With Venus in the 12th house, this is also a good time to enjoy being around water, being around art, maybe taking those long bubble baths with all the little rose petals and candles and stuff. I know a lot of my Tauruses like stuff like that. Or just going and retreating away around water, going to the beach if the weather permits, the ocean, a lake, what have you. So also Mars is going to move into Aries this month. Well, actually Mars moved into Aries at the end of January and it's going to be there the whole entire month of February. So Mars is our physical action, it's our physical drive, it's taking initiative, it's really getting out there, getting things done in a very quick manner. But Mars is moving into our 12th house, Taurus. So this is more energy that makes us want to just kind of hide away a little bit, Mars wants to go, 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 but it's kind of like you're running with your legs underwater, like your torso, your body's like above water. The rest of, the part of your body that runs, your legs, they're underwater, and you're like really like, oh, I can see what I want to do right there in front of me, but I can't run towards it, So even though, like I said, Aries is a very active sign, it's a lot of behind the scenes stuff for Taurus. It's a lot of not being very action oriented for Taurus. So we will be a little bit more chill, more easily drained. When Mars is in the 12th house, I find that because Mars is one of the planets that rules your vitality, your energy, so your energy levels may be drained a little bit more easier. So this is also another reason why you may want to just kind of take more time away from other people and be solo, maybe do some meditation, maybe some dancing, or something a little bit more low-key this month. Mercury is a planet of communication. It's a planet of your rational, logical thinking, and he jumps around and moves around a lot, okay? So actually Mercury moves into the sign of Aquarius on the 7th. And for us, that's our 10th house of career. And he will be there until the 25th. So Mercury is only going to stay in that sign for a couple of weeks, actually. So what that means for us, Mercury in the 10th house, is more thoughts towards career, okay? More career moves. Actually, Mercury, wherever Mercury moves, that's where you're going to be like really busy, like a busybody. Like your mind is going to be so active. So in career, if you already have one, you could be having a lot more emails and messages and like demands to do things and perform certain tasks when Mercury comes here. Then on the 25th, Mercury is going to move into our 11th house, which is Pisces. So Mercury in the 11th house is communication amongst big groups of people. So really, I see this month, Taurus, is like, we may need a lot more downtime. We're going to be spending a lot of time like kind of in the spotlight around a lot of people, but we still need time to retreat, and we can get easily drained and easily burned out. So we will need a lot of rest because there will be a high demand for us out there in the public and in the social media or in career, some sort of way that we need to look out for. On the 6th of February, we have Jupiter, the planet of expansion, optimism, and a lot of people say good luck and blessings. He moves retrograde. So he's in the sign of Libra. And for us, Tauruses, that is our 6th house of work, our work duties that we do, the daily routines that we have and that we follow. And also it is our health. Okay, so Jupiter has been bringing us blessings, but also what I find is Jupiter is like a magnifying glass. He magnifies things. So, he can bring luck and great opportunities within work, which could have been happening for us since he entered Libra at the end of 2016. But also, if there have been any issues within our workplace, our work environment, our work duties, or our health, Jupiter could have magnified those things, whether they are positive or negative, so that we can see them a lot more clearly, a lot more close up, and we can make some changes and turn them into positive if there's not positive things going on. So Jupiter is retrograde. That means some opportunities can be brought back to us in regards to work or health. Okay, so maybe an opportunity to for a certain job could have came up before and it didn't transpire, it didn't go through for some reason, and now we may get an opportunity back to us. Okay, and Jupiter is going to be retrograde until the beginning of June of 2017. So this isn't right away in February that you may have something come back, but it can for some people, but not everyone. So also opportunities for health. If we had any health issues in the past, which I know I have, and they're coming up again, maybe we can revise some remedies or some doctors again, to try to cure those health issues once and for all, and just feel better about ourselves. So last but certainly not least, let's talk about these eclipses that are happening in February. So when eclipses happen, they are a full moon and a new moon, as we have every single month. But the effects last up to, they say about 6 months or so. And we can feel them at least a month before, it is said, as well, as far as the changes that the eclipse brings. So this month, full moon eclipse, 22 degrees of Leo, which for us is our 4th house. So the sun is in our career house, the moon is in our house of home and family. And not only that, but this full moon is making a positive aspect to, it's a trine aspect, making it to Saturn here in our 8th house, okay? And also to Uranus here in our 12th house. So all of our what's called the water houses are being hit. The water houses rule emotions and dealings with other people as far as emotional connections, family connections, financial connections, and then also the spiritual connections that we have. So there's something that is going to definitely change for Tauruses this year. Maybe you get a really great career opportunity, which is up here in Aquarius, and it has an impact on your home and family life, but it can be positive because the 8th house rules the money that we deal with other people. The 8th house is like, say for example, you're married or you're living with somebody, you're a roommate with somebody, or you know, you're in a serious relationship, you guys live together, you share your assets, your finances, what have you. This eclipse can bring something positive that changes that solidifies something, that grounds something. It can ground a solid bond, intimate bond with another person. And that may affect your place of living. Maybe you might change residences, you might move, you might get a bigger house or something. Those are some great possibilities. And then Uranus here in the 12th house, that is your, it's your subconscious in a way where it's like, you may release something. You know, this is a house of release. So maybe releasing some old bad karma in order to welcome in the new changes that the eclipse has to bring for us. Okay, so that is on February 10th or 11th, depending upon where you live in the world. Then we have a new moon eclipse, which is when the sun and moon come together in the same sign. And this happens in Pisces on the 25th of February. So this is in a conjunction with Neptune in Pisces and also the South Node in Pisces. My little South Node broke, so he's not here, but he is here in Pisces, okay, and will be for a few more months. So this is definitely about release and letting go. This is happening in our 11th house of networking and groups of friends. So there may be something that we have to release that has to do with a friendship with Tauruses. Like, what if we're involved in, you know, some sort of network or group or organization, and we just discover, you know what, I'm trying to move up in the world, I'm trying to move higher within my career, what social status, what have you, and this group doesn't really resonate with me and what I want to put out there as far as my public image, my, you know, because the 10th house where the full moon eclipse is at, it rules our public image. So if anything, if you're affiliated with anyone or anything that is not bringing your public image to a higher level in a positive way, you may want to let them go when this second eclipse happens at the end of February. Or if it has nothing to do with career, just maybe a friendship. Maybe a friendship, maybe you're climbing the ladder up in career and social status, you're getting where you want to be in the world, and you may have a friendship with somebody who's secretly like a hater. Like, they don't really congratulate you on your success, they're not really happy for you, so maybe you have to let them go, you know, just saying. Or just change the groups of friends that you have to more successful people, more motivated people, more positive people. So that can happen within the next 6 months. So that's it, Taurus, for your February horoscope. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And if you would like a personal reading from me, I do have a readers page on Astrolada.com, so go visit me there, and I would love to read for you. All right, so take care of yourselves. I'll see you next month.